NBC27 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Well, good morning, everybody. Great to be with you. I am Brett Thackara here for Beyond the Forecast, and it is another day where we're talking about dry weather. I know you'd think we'd be over it by now, but in reality, the beat continues. The drum beat goes on, and we wait for more rain. In addition to that, we have a tropical storm that is nearby, Imelda, and it is producing some clouds overhead this morning. Let's get into things, shall we, as we take a look at the Hershey History Center. It is overcast in many parts of the region here as we start the day, but we'll get some sunshine later as Imelda pulls away from the coast, and that is going to happen sooner rather than later, probably getting some sunshine by this afternoon. Cooling down the rest of the week with highs much more seasonable and October-like than the summer weather we have had, but it warms back up for the weekend. We're talking about dry weather and another nice weekend to kickstart the month of October. Here are the overcast skies in Willow Hill this morning, and while the grass still looks brown in spots, it is not going to get much better in terms of rainfall. These clouds will not bring us any rain. As you can see, that is staying to the south, but notice the curvature again of Imelda's clouds. That's how we know these are coming from a tropical system, and you can see that sort of arc to the clouds. Meanwhile, this blob of rain down here is going to stay there. We do not expect any moisture from this today. It's cooler to the north where skies are somewhat clearer than over the south and east. In fact, look at this quadrant here across the southeastern part of the state, right? From Philly over to Hagerstown, Baltimore, and most of us. We're in the 60s, and it is a mild start. Clouds do keep us milder at night. We don't see much of a change from yesterday. And even the dew points, again, notice the southeast quadrant here, and I'll highlight it for you. This is a part of the state that is maybe a little muggier than the rest of Pennsylvania, and it's going to feel a little more summer-like again today as we move into the afternoon and as we start to see Imelda push away and we get more sunshine. We should still warm up to near 80 degrees, even though we're getting a bit of a northerly breeze today. And I think that breeze is going to last through the day tomorrow. Clearing skies tonight, a little cooler. Temperatures in the mid-50s overnight. And here are the twins, we call them, right? Humberto and Imelda circling in the Atlantic and sort of just sitting out in no man's land. Imelda's a little closer to the coast, but here is Humberto, and right here is Imelda. And this cloud deck is extending all the way up the East Coast into Pennsylvania and parts of New England, as you can see here. So it's an interesting setup. Rarely do we have two storms this close together, and both are going to kind of help to pull each other out to sea. So it is raining from Imelda across the Carolinas and Virginia. That is tropical influence, but that is not making it as far north as Pennsylvania. So again, we've got Humberto here. We've got Imelda here. The influence of the rain from Imelda extending across the Carolina Piedmont, but not here, and we will continue to see skies clear out later this afternoon. It does look like it'll be a nice day. Tomorrow looks nice as well, as temperatures do climb into the low 70s, but that's going to be much cooler. This cooler, drier, sinking air is going to come in behind Imelda and really change us for the rest of the week. In fact, by Thursday, we're only going to be in the 60s for highs. So compare that to the 80s that we've seen. Now, we didn't hit 80 yesterday because of the thickness of the cloud cover, but I think we have a chance to do it today, especially if the sun comes out early enough. And then tonight, we dip down into the 50s. Wouldn't surprise me if some rural spots get into the 40s tonight, and then low 70s tomorrow. Now, that's where we should be to start October. But again, it's not where we've been, so it's going to feel a little bit different, a little bit cooler. Imelda's on the cusp of becoming a Category 1 storm. Excuse me, and you can see it. Winds at 70 miles an hour. The pressure falling, 981. Humberto sort of falling apart a little bit. Doesn't have that nice tight spiral, and so that storm has weakened a bit now to a Category 2. And both storms sort of crisscrossing the same path. Imelda will continue into the northern Atlantic, and so these storms will start to turn away from the coast today and then sort of die out in the cooler waters of the northern Atlantic over the weekend. But when we look at the extended outlook, you'll notice again, not only is there no rain in the forecast, we do have a 3-day cool down, and then temperatures go back above normal here for the weekend and into early next week. We spike back into the upper 70s and low 80s. So the next 3 days look pretty good. We'll get some sunshine this afternoon, breezy and cooler tomorrow, a high of only 71. Sunny on Thursday and Friday, same deal. Nice evening for football games. Temperatures dipping into the 40s the next few nights, and then warmer by the weekend. Highs around 80 and overnight lows in the 50s. Yes, please. And I know we need the rain. I really do. But the reality of it is it's not happening. And as much as we are desperate for it, we don't necessarily want a tropical system to ravage the region with too much rain, because too much of a good thing is, of course, a bad thing. And that's what we don't want to see. We don't need any flooding rain like we had here over the summer. We just need a nice, steady inch or two of rain over a couple of days to try to help get us out of this drought. And we are under drought conditions here for most of the region, especially now north and west of Harrisburg, too. Those communities have seen a more significant and prolonged drought than we have. But when we look at the temperatures, too, when we go long range here, I see no reason to think that we're not going to continue to see above normal stretches, right? We're going to get this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday stretch of temperatures that are normal, and then we go back up by the end of the weekend and early next week, and then we trend back down to normal. So we're going to be up and down a little bit, but I certainly think that we will see more above normal days heading into October as we see the sunshine continue to dominate the 7-day forecast and beyond, by the way. We'll keep you posted. That's a look at the forecast. That's a look at Imelda and the lack of rainfall across the region. Stay tuned. We'll always update you. More updates coming later today. For Beyond the Forecast, I'm meteorologist Brett Thackara.